Aren't these pages super fun? If you would like to see how these cute stickers and these cute setups come together in my traveler's notebook, keep it right here. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So, this is the traveler's notebook that I have been working on. And these stickers were something I made on my own. So I have that ready and I have my tools, my usual ones, and the washi tape stickers. This roll is called the Mystic Meow. And I did have a couple of the planning thing stickers, sticker books, in fact. So I ended up making these stickers because I couldn't find anything in these matching colors. And if you would like a copy for your use, just let me know. I can find out a way to get this to you. So I printed these on clear sticker paper. And if you would like to see what papers I would recommend for the clear matte and the paper matte when it comes to printable stickers, it's always linked below, along with my tutorial on how you can print and cut stickers, the one from Etsy or from somewhere else. I have a full tutorial on that. That's also linked below. So I'm carefully taking off this Mystic Meow, and I thought these colors paired really well. And they are from the washi tape shop, and the traveler's notebook is from Archer and Olive. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off every time you shop any of those shops. And even at Planything, where I'll pull elements from later on. So I'm going to be doing some vertical Dutch doors again. So if you like to see such fun setups and would love to try new things, get creative in your planners or journals, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the fun things I'm doing. Because fall, even though I personally prefer winter, fall is when I really love taking out those distressings and get creative. Lots of fun things you can do for Halloween. And yeah, I would say Halloween, not necessarily fall. So I'm trying to line up the elements. And before that, I almost got started in the front page, but I thought I would just come and start from the back. So this would be the second last page of the full setup. And the traveler's notebook usually comes, the traveler's notebook, the size especially, the spreads come together in a jiffy because there is only so much space you have to work with. So that is going to be really quick. But the downside is that most of the elements are too big. So you need to pick your elements carefully. So this would be the very last page, in fact, not the second last. Sorry about that. So I recently completed 2 years on YouTube. So I did do a freshening up, as I would like to call it. So I did change my name. And if you can see, this was filmed before that was announced, and I was not sure what order the videos would be coming out in. So I had to go back and re-edit all of this. So by the time you're seeing this video, the name would have already changed to my new handle. So let me know which of the names you like better. Is it the Dazzling Creative Plans or Priya's Creative Plans? I did have a lot of folks reach out to me and say that they loved the name change and it's so much easier to remember, and all sorts of lovely supportive messages after I made the announcement. And I think I will just go ahead and start layering the next page, because it's always hard when you cannot quite see what you're working with in the background. And again, it's very limited space you're working with to begin with. So I would love something tall so that it can take up less of the width, if you know what I mean. And that is the clear sticker paper, which the sticker just jumped from my hand. So I had to turn off the camera and pull it out without any casualties, which luckily did not happen much, except for that bird whose beak actually, no, the wings actually started to rip, but I think that was a good save. And that would be our. I wanted to see if the elements in the bottom page is visible. And as you can see, I did not put it down all the way to the, I did not press it down entirely. So that is why moving it was easy. So that is our next set of elements that I'm trying to line up. Hopefully, it is better now. That's the issue when you already have the last page all laid out. Because I did not want to wait until this was done, because again, I would love to have it perfectly lined up. And I thought this made more sense starting from the back, but now that I think about it, maybe I should have started from the front. And here also, there are a lot of these clusters, but again, there are many that are on the bigger side. So some of those vines could really be useful. And let me know if you have checked out the freebies I included in my newsletter that I just introduced. And if you do have the newsletter, what you thought about the freebies I included. And if you are keen on signing up, please make sure that you do. I have the link to sign up down in the description, or if you are having any trouble, let me know and I can help you with that. So again, this was a lot more harder than I thought. I should have started in the front. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but sometimes you do feel that way, right? You set out on a path and then you realize it was much harder than you think. I mean, it does look straightforward, but it's the lining up that I would love to have correctly. Yeah, again, I was wanting to try so many different ideas, and that's why I think it took me a lot more time. So I had too many ideas with these. So let's just keep that aside. And now, what else? Again, I would like to keep it to just these two elements, this washi tape roll and also the girls. And I had printed them in different orientations, and I had three postures for the girls. And I did print them on a whole sheet first, but then I decided to make them smaller. And there is so much you can do with the printable stickers. So that is why I thought the size, in fact, would look best in this journal. And I had to take a break and come back because I had to go pick up my son from school. And then what happens is you lose the train of thought. So you have to kind of take a moment to kind of think through where you were. And yeah, I'm just making sure I have some coordinating colors. So all of those washi tapes are from Live Love Posh. And when I last checked, these washi tapes were all still available to pick up, and my code Priya10 can be used at Live Love Posh also. So let's get this striped washi going. And again, I don't want it all the way at the end because I wanted all those elements to be popping out of the page. You know what I mean? You will know now if you did not quite understand what I meant. So just using the gyro cut again. And that tool, a lot of you still keep asking me what that tool is called. The name is gyro cut. And I do have a tutorial on how you can get started with that. If you are into paper cutting and paper crafting, I would strongly suggest you pick up one of these. And you will see how all those elements actually pop out. And because these are washi tape stickers from the washi tape shop, and they do have the PET tape version also. So it would be your choice as to whether you like the matte finish or you like the glossy finish. So I personally prefer the matte finish, and that is why I go for the washi tape versions. And they have a lot of cute Halloween stuff. So this was part of my latest haul that I shared. I picked it up towards the end of summer because I wanted to wait and see what their Halloween tapes are going to be like. So I waited and I picked it up at the very last moment so that it'll get to me by the time I got back from my vacation. So that is some finishing touches on that touch door. And sometimes the cut actually goes onto the sticker, so that is why I had to go back and take some of those unfinished edges. So that is our first touch door, which I think came out perfectly, just the way I wanted. So let's try and finish some of that white part, because who wouldn't love some of that adorable mushrooms there too. So let's wait to fill the other areas. And we have lots of these smaller elements are definitely there, and that tape also has cute cats. But I thought since the stickers that I made already had some of those adorable kittens, I think I will just not use the kittens or the cats from the washi tape because the aesthetics is slightly different. I don't want it to be clashing. And I think, yeah, that pretty much completes that side. But you'll see how I come and change it up later. So let's try and finish the back side of the page. So as you can see, I finished it. I mean, I made these stickers in such a way that it will be perfectly symmetrical, because with the clear stickers especially, it gets really fragile. So if you are not really careful, I think it does tear. So that is why you have a small amputated leg. Sorry girl, I did not mean it that way, but that's fixed now. You don't have to walk around with the amputated leg. And let me know how you're liking this so far. So do you also end up sometimes making your own stickers when you can't find things to match your spread you have envisioned? It has happened to me before, and that's the problem, right? Sometimes you have a ton of stickers sitting around, and then you're looking for something specific. You have a picture in mind, and because you have a Cricut, yeah, it's not your fault, it's all the Cricut's fault, right? So you do end up making stickers, and sometimes you do end up spending a lot of time making the cuts right, and that too, it has to be perfectly the way you want. So that is what happened here. And I'm glad I played around with it so that I could figure out the nuances myself, because it did take me some trial and error to get the cuts right. So it is always a very handy skill to have, especially if I have the habit of making perfect or making spreads that should look exactly like what you had envisioned. So that is our next girl, and I'm just trying to see where she can be positioned, and I think she can sit right snug against that part. That should be good, right? Or yeah, I think she's good there. So now you have that entire top portion to kind of fill. Yeah, so I might actually, I thought I would just put it right in the middle, but then let's see if there is something else that will fit. Or else we could always come back to that sticker. And that does look like a nice cluster, and it can be used right on top. And let me lift it and then make sure it is sitting snug against the spine. So the best way to do it is to put down the washi tape on one side, and before you have the other side entirely laid down, you press it down, and then it flattens out much easier. And that washi cutter works perfectly for such tasks. So that is our center of the page, and I think it does come out really pretty. Yeah, so that will be our last page. Let me know how you're liking this, and let me know if you have these washi tapes, because this did come out a few weeks ago. And if you haven't, I think you will still have time to pick it up, and it will still be in your hands to use before Halloween. Just making that cluster slightly bigger. You can always add elements at the bottom, right? So that is, yeah, just right there. Again, trying to have some interesting elements to cut around. And maybe we should add some solid washes now. This is more like a black or a dark gray. It very much goes with the whole aesthetics of this. And if you would like to see spreads older than from when I joined YouTube, please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And also, you get to see all my older pictures and reels and everything I had going on. So that would be a good place to hang out as well, because you have lots of creative, supportive folks there. And it's a lovely community too, so please come hang out with us there. And please stay tuned for some fun collabs coming. I try to do monthly collabs, but since I was traveling all of August, I did not have a chance to. And July too, I guess. July and August, I was practically away. So that's why I did not get to do the collabs. But this month, the collabs are back. So it should be coming in the next week. And come back to find out who I'm doing the collab with. You're gonna love it. We will be both using the same sticker book, but let's see how different both of ours turn out. So that is doubled up on the washi tape, and I think I really love how it turned out. And I really like when I can see all the three girls right there on the page. So that's the right side pretty much done, but again, you do have, let's add some smaller elements to the white space there. And this does come together quickly because it does, again, there is only so much space you have to work around. So that makes the job easier. And I'm trying to be extra careful because I had taken out these stickers once, and when I put it back, it had not gone back to the original space. So that is why it was difficult to take off the sheet, but otherwise it comes out fairly easily. And because I used the clear sticker paper, I guess it was all the more fragile. And that is our last back side of the page. And after that, I think we can have the left page ready and we should be done. So if you have not checked out the other sizes in the journals I use, so between my creative journal, which is an 8x8, I have my daily journal, which is a B5, and I have an A5, a B6, the traveler's journal, and other sizes that even the pocket size, I have all the journals that I play around with. So if you have not checked out all the other setups, please do so. You'll be amazed at how different even the same stickers look on different sized journals. So that is our Dutch door. Taking one good look before we proceed. And let's use some of that scrap to fill some of that white space. And we also have, Yeah, maybe small edge of it. Yeah, just a tad bit. Slightly on the longer side because I think it's a long, slender area. So I think that makes that part really full. And I don't think anybody can write in that narrow space. So why don't we just fill it with some more florals? And now we have the left page. Yeah, I did not like that wreath right next to the cluster with the bats hanging from the top. Yeah, if you can't make out, I'm reaching for the clusters with those mushrooms in them. Maybe because I love to eat mushrooms and they are pretty whimsical if you ask me. Yeah, I think that looks better. So this was the last setup I had on here using the Planning August subscription box. And that was really, really fun. Yeah. So let's just bring in that last girl from that sheet. Again, I had taken out all these stickers just to make sure that the cut was perfect. So that is why it is kind of a bit of a difficult scenario to get it off that page because I did not put it back entirely correctly. So let's have the girl somewhere there. I don't want her to be sitting way up either. And I definitely do not want her to be exactly parallel to her peers on the right. That spider, yeah. I know a lot of people are afraid of spiders. Are you one of them? Just let me know in the comments. And I think I will go with this Halloween fun from Planning. And when I last checked, this is still available to pick up, but sadly, as of the time of editing, shipping has not resumed to US from Planning. So hopefully it will soon. And that is the ICU quote from that book. And that is the bat repositioned. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Planning also. And if you like to see such fun ideas being experimented with, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you wouldn't miss any of the fun setups. And again, please do check out the other videos I mentioned because you do get to see a lot of creative things I do. Stay tuned for a lot of fun stuff coming. And it will be so fun to watch every one of you comment as to what you liked in here. I always make it a point to read through every comment, and I do personally drop a reply to every one of the messages that I get. And I think that is something I would love to see even when I watch other YouTube channels. I know people do get busy, but it's that personal touch, if you ask me, that keeps any YouTube family growing. So I hope you like what you saw today. And let me know if you would like me to include anything specific in the newsletters. Please drop your comments below, and I will be more than happy to work on that. So, my newsletter should be coming out the 15th of every month. So, I will be also sharing some pictures from the freebies that were included in the newsletter this month. It's very useful because I listen to the people's feedback, and that's what I included. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.